Hey, good morning. Happy Tuesday. Oh my goodness, what a glorious day it is. This weather we're having is beautiful here in Northeast Oregon, man. On my bench, I have a beautiful Takamine. You can call it a Takamine, a Takamine, a Takamine, whatever you want to call it. It is a model EG523 CDX. See if I can get that to focus. Made in Korea. Look at that beautiful fretboard and the logo on the headstock. This thing is in for basically a health checkup and setup. The owner is a little concerned about the frets. And I'd like to say something about the owner of this instrument. His hands have been really... what do I want to say? I believe he has a condition called arthritis, and his fingers are not able to move like mine do. But he loves playing guitar, and so he tunes his instrument to an open tuning, which is kind of interesting. I don't believe this is tuned up exactly correct, but he's given me the pitch that he wants this thing tuned up. We're going to put new strings on it. We're going to polish the frets. We're going to check the fretboard for being having the proper relief. We'll check and see how the intonation is doing. I love that Takamine does this offset. It really helps improve the intonation of an acoustic guitar. What a wonderful idea. Good job, guys. I do not like this at all. Makes changing strings at a gig really difficult because they run into this front edge. I wish they would just do pins like it's a wheel. Don't fix it. Don't reinvent it. Anyway, but you know, that's just a small thing and a critique on my part because I'm old school, if you will. I will clean this bad boy up, polish it. He's taken pretty darn good care of it. The guitar is very clean, has electronics. We'll check all of that, plug it in, make sure that all works, and do the rest of the work on this bad boy. I hope to shoot some video of the work that I do on this thing today, and we'll fast forward through it and play some music. Peace, y'all. Have a wonderful, wonderful Tuesday. Hey, all right, so I have plugged this bad boy in. Ooh. And the battery light is on, so the battery's probably dead, but check this out. Alright, so we got a bit of a fader noise on the bass control on this. So, yeah, it's not too terrible, but you know, probably moving it like that will take care of it, but not a permanent fix. We'll have to see what's happening. And the tuner, oh, that's the mid control, mid contour. The tuner does not mute the guitar. But it works. Alright, an interesting setup on the tuning on this bad boy. Very cool. Alright, so we'll have to fix that too. Peace, y'all. Well, here we are Tuesday afternoon. How is everybody doing? I have had to step away from this instrument for a few hours to take care of some medical business. I'm a diabetic, the Libre 14. And I have a new tattoo that I won't reveal to everyone just yet. I also realize that with all these video production that I'm doing, I need to record some more music. So be prepared for some new heavy shit coming. I'm going to clean the neck, and I'm going to time-lapse this and put some music on. Enjoy the music. Enjoy watching me clean a guitar neck. I'm going to move the camera so you can see what I'm up to. I'm gonna fix my hair. Okay, so I also discovered that some of these machine heads on this guitar are very loose. You see that wobble in there? And that wobbling. Yeah. A couple of them are fairly tight, but this one in particular, the low E string, is really loose. So, you know, it's the little things that count when you're servicing guitars. That's something that if a guy was changing his strings, he would likely never fix that on his own. It's something that I cannot allow to leave my shop without having repaired that. Likely a loose screw on the back of the machine head, and certainly the nut. All of these, I'm able to turn all of these by hand ever so slightly. So we'll cinch those up. Not too tight, mind you. You'll crack the finish on the headstock if you get them too tight. Just snug to the point that your conscience hurts a little. Okay? So we'll do that. Okay, now, if you're at all wondering, let me fix my hair. Okay, if you're wondering why I don't like this style of bridge, let me show you how stupid this idea is. Breedlove and Takamine and any other manufacturer that does this is stupid. The offset saddles is a wonderful, wonderful thing. But feeding a guitar string through the back of the guitar is literally one of the dumbest ideas ever conceived on a guitar. This is why I can't stand this, because you need a pair of these in order to change the strings. Now, let's imagine you're at a gig and you break a guitar string. Tell me you've never done that. And you got to put a guitar string, in particular a low E string, on your Takamine guitar. Now, I cannot get this string into this saddle at all. It's hitting the side of the hole here. Yeah, it's curved up, but it just digs in. So you need to make sure, if you have one of these, if you buy a Breedlove or a Takamine, two guitars I really not a huge fan of. You know, they reinvented the wheel, right, by doing this. There you go. So there's my rant for the day. Oh yeah, and then this part of it also, where if you do that, you scratch the top of your guitar, and there's scratches all over in this guitar from having strings changed on it. So there you go. the only string that went through there without having to use a pair of bent nose, needle nose pliers is the high E string. Break a string at a gig, I dare ya. Okay, so I tune this by ear, and I like to check to see how good my relative pitch is, to see if I'm even close to being in pitch. So I've mounted my snark tuner on the body of the guitar here, or the top of the guitar, I should say, in the sound hole, so that we can all find out if I'm even close. Here's what it sounds like. I'm going to turn this off. That's just tuning by ear, using the intervals and any vibrations that I might hear. It might be a little sharp, we'll see. All right, there you go. Here, let's find out. How close am I? Can you see that? I hope you can see that. All right, so there's how close my ear is. Let's check the A string. A little bit sharper. So, I'm that much sharp. Boy, if I was at a gig, this would probably sound really good with somebody with a tuner. What do you think? I'm going to finish stretching these things and then tune it up. All right, I'm going to use the tuner this time. Okay, this thing is cross-tuned. So we've got D, A, D, G, B, D. Now, when I give this back to the owner, this B string will be tuned down to an A, which gives you an open, suspended D chord with that G note in the chord. So, things strung up. Sounds amazing, but there's something missing. Recognize what that is? Okay, now, as you might recall, there was an issue with the tone controls on this. I'm going to set them all at 0, and I'm going to turn this thing up a little bit. I'm going to make it loud. Bass control. You hear any clicking? Remember that? Ooh, that's clean as a whistle. And on the mid control, hear anything?
No, clean as a whistle. The treble control. As a note, the reason that your knobs on your guitars go dead, or they get dead spots, or they click, or they do that sort of thing, which happens all the time, it's because you don't move them. They need to be turned just like your truss rod incrementally. You need to just tweak them every once in a while to keep the dust, the oxidation stuff from settling on those carbon fibers, and completely screwing up a perfectly great volume control or bass control or tone control. And you'll be playing along and you'll grab one of those knobs and right in the middle of a gig, right? All right, so thing is all plugged in. So the guitar's awful fun to play. Really enjoyed doing some setup work on this, and my hope is that the owner enjoys it as much as I do. Some minor alterations to the setup of this guitar with respect to the truss rod and the string action. And again, all the repair work that we've done with respect to the electronics in this thing. Aside from that, a set of clear tone 11 to 50, I believe, 11 to 52. I'll have to look it up. It doesn't matter. They're a relatively light gauge string. You can bend them. They sound amazing, and they give you a nice long life, and they're not $38 a set. So, peace, y'all. Have a wonderful day. I'll be back with another one soon.